What's something that a friend or classmate did in high school that was seen as funny at the time, but you now realize was actually not okay? Back in high school, there was this guy Mason who was basically the class clown. Every week he had some new prank, and honestly, everyone thought he was hilarious. Teachers kinda liked him too because his pranks were usually harmless stuff, like putting googly eyes on all the classroom posters or filling the principal's office with balloons. But during sophomore year, Mason decided to step it up for April Fools. He somehow convinced Coach Williams to let him improve the boys' locker room. Mason showed up with decorations, a shower curtain, and a folding chair. He set up this whole thing in one of the bathroom stalls and called it the locker room confession booth. The concept was simple. Guys would go behind the curtain, sit down, and confess their high school sins. Mason sat outside with a notepad, acting like some therapist taking notes. Dudes were lining up to get in there, confessing stuff like cheating on tests, stealing chips from the vending machine, or hiding in supply closets to skip class. Everyone was cracking up. Even some teachers walking by were laughing at the whole setup. It felt harmless, just stupid teenage stuff, you know? But then it got weird. This quiet kid named Jonah was just minding his own business, changing for gym class. A group of guys noticed he hadn't gone in yet and started chanting his name, pressuring him to participate. Jonah kept shaking his head, saying he didn't want to, but they wouldn't let up. "Come on, what's the worst thing you've done? Stolen a candy bar?" they kept saying. Finally, Jonah gave in and went behind the curtain. He was in there for maybe 5 minutes. When he came out, his face was completely red and he just grabbed his stuff and left without saying anything. At first, we thought he was just embarrassed about confessing something dumb. But later that week, things got really messed up. Some guys started whispering about what Jonah had said in the booth. Apparently, he'd talked about problems at home, stuff with his dad, and something about having a crush on Mr. Kelly, our English teacher. Then Mason's friends started making jokes about it. "Watch out, Jonah's got daddy issues," someone said during lunch. "Better keep your distance from Mr. Kelly's classroom," another one laughed. The jokes kept spreading, getting meaner each time. That's when everything came crashing down. Turns out Mason had been recording every single confession. He had this tiny Bluetooth mic hidden in the ceiling tile above the booth and a voice recorder in his backpack. He was planning to upload the funniest ones to YouTube under some anonymous account for views. Jonah's mom found out when she overheard some kids making jokes about her son at a basketball game. She marched straight to the principal's office the next morning. The school launched a full investigation. They found Mason's recordings and discovered he had hours of private confessions from dozens of students. Mason got suspended for the rest of the year and had to transfer schools. But the damage was already done. Jonah never came back to Jefferson High. His family ended up moving to a different district because the rumors and jokes had spread so far.